transition that over. Okay, we are live here at the Tower Radio Conway. You're listening to CBC Talk Sports with your host, Mr. Media, and the man, the myth, the legend, the man that has all the information, anything sports you need to know. Ask this dude. His name is
RJ Johnson.
His name is.
Yeah, I like the
His
intro.
name is.
I like that intro.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to build you up, and then you just stood there, okay. But no.
In this episode, we'll be covering topics such as the Mustangs, baseball, softball, basketball, and the men's outdoor track and field team, which is a new one for this podcast. And also, we'll be going over the Astros cheating scandal and making sense of that whole situation because it was a pretty big scandal in the baseball field. And as always, if you enjoyed the show, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to CBC Tower Radio on YouTube while also commenting down below to let me know what you think of the show. Now, getting into the weather and versus the day, we have Elliot Bender.
Yes, that's me, guys. That's me. Listen, Mr. Media is here on the game, okay? So, right now, the weather looks like it's about 68 degrees, so it's actually kind of warmer than it has been. So, I was actually debating if I want to wear shorts today, but I stuck to wearing jeans and a short-sleeve T-shirt. So, it's kind of, starting to get that warm feeling.
The weather's great now.
Hey, yeah, it feels great. It's a great time to go running. It's 68 degrees outside. It feels like 68 too. It's pretty clear. Tonight's supposed to be a low 40. Tomorrow's high is supposed to be 61 and a low of 34. There's no rain, at least in the next few weeks. So, next few days, excuse me. And then the verse of the day from thebible.com is Psalms 40:1-2. It says, I wait patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and heard my cry. He lifted me up out of the slimy pit of the mud and mar, and set my feet on rocks and gave me a firm place to stand. That's Psalms 40:1-2 NIV. So that pretty much says that God's got our back. God's got you. He's looking out for you. He wants to put you on a solid place so you can, find a place to serve him. He's lifted us out of that slimy gunk. So that's really affirming just to realize that God's looking out for you. He's looking for you. He's looking to serve you and make sure that you're not in a hole. So, but guys, on that note, I think it's time for just some good old layup. Okay, I'm about to get some.
Wait, not yet.
Whoa, sorry, excuse me. Yeah. I get really excited here.
Yeah, not yet. He loves this song.
I'm sorry. Listen,
but we are gonna listen to that song. But before that, we're going to get into something I like to do for every show called the quote of the pod, which comes from a famous sports figure. And for this quote, it says, well, first I always have you guess who it is, but it's on your sheet of paper right now, so I'm not going to do that.
I'm going to guess
baseball player?
Is it a baseball player? I'm gonna guess.
That's a good guess.
I'm gonna guess a baseball player. I'm gonna guess he's on the maybe the Dodgers. Maybe I don't know.
Something like that.
Some baseball team.
But getting into the quote, it reads, "I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All I ask is that you respect me as a human being," and that came from the great Jackie Robinson. And getting into Jackie Robinson, a little bit about him, Jack Roosevelt Robertson was born in Cairo. I think that's how you say it. Cairo,
Georgia.
Oh, well, I just mispronounced that in many different ways.
No, you're good. No, so in Egypt, there's a Cairo, Egypt as well. That's how I know that, and that's how it's spelled.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Cairo, Georgia in 1919 to a family of sharecroppers. And also, he's the first baseball player to break Major League Baseball baseball's color barrier, and that segregated the sport for more than 50 years. So, as you can tell, Jackie Robinson was a huge pioneer for the game, just for minorities, in the game of baseball.
Yeah.
Because you always have the way I tell who's very important in history is the person that takes all the arrows for people to just live comfortably.
For sure.
That's why Martin Luther King so celebrated, because on a higher scale, he took a lot of arrows that me, myself, even though I take some, I don't take as much as they do back in the day,
For sure, yeah.
And so they just paved that way. I like to highlight those who paved the way for us. Even if I don't play baseball, I still recognize what he did for the game. But now,
guys, it's time.
Yep.
But And his number is 47. Am I not mistaken, right?
I believe it's 47.
Okay, because
I hope. Yeah.
I think it's 47. But anyways, while we're looking that up, make sure we're not lying to you. We're gonna be playing this good old song that I love so much. It's "Layup" by Andy Mineo featuring Wordplay.
It's a staple now.
It is our iconic song. We'll see you guys in a second.
Game time. 1.3 seconds left in regulation, and right now you're not thinking jump shot. All you need is a layup.
That's right, Marv. Nothing fancy.
No cosmetics.
They got a chance to win it here tonight at Dykeman Courts. He throws it in. He's wide open.
Don't miss. Don't miss. Wave my American flag, even though it got main China on the tag. Used to have a G2 with the mags and my face in the mags. I ain't gotta brag. Mama said let other people do that. White man still can't jump. If I catch a fast break, then I'm slapping the glass. Asked my man Sequoia, should I marry my girl? He said, wait up, hold up. She fly, love God, and she got a good mind. Oh boy, that's a layup. Gotta take it when it comes. Please don't miss it. What you about to do with the rock when it's game time for the weather? Save me a ticket. One time. Is it
Game time.
one time? Is it
Game time.
one time? Is it
Game time.
jump boy, don't quit. One thing that you don't miss. That's a layup. That's easy, boy. That's a layup. That's a freebie, boy. That's a layup. Don't dunk. That's a layup. That's easy, fuck. Yeah. Told Alex I don't want no more trap beats. Man, why you had to send this? You knew I couldn't resist. This is a finger roll. Look at the flick of the wrist. That's an assist. No, I insist. Throw me that alley, I open. The Spanish girl up in my hood, look me in the face. Said, don't be as stupid, I got it. Look, shorty on the professor, get the lab coat. Yeah. I speak 2 languages, Spanglish and them factors. Coach told me no lollygagging. Still dunk with my pants sagging 116. Yeah, it's tatted cause I've been riding, no bandwagon. Look, I done came down. Nate told me that's H-Town, but I'm Bayheim when it's game time. That's a layup, but I never laid down. You ain't even pray for the dinner. How you got the praying hands on the ground for the picture? Shots on Twitter, they ain't nothing but net. Man, we already won, we'll kill God next. Boy, one time. Is it
Game time.
one time? Is it
Game time.
one time? Is it
Game time.
jump boy, don't quit. One thing that you don't miss. That's a layup. That's easy, boy. That's a layup. That's a freebie, boy. That's a layup. Don't dunk. That's a layup. That's easy, fuck. That's a layup.
Hometown, NY. City don't sleep, only close one eye. City don't weep, grown boys don't cry. 4 wings with the pork fried, oh my. I'm scheming up, teaming up, laying up, screaming out buckets. Buckets. They don't even know me, but swear that I did it for ducats, my lord. We brought some back to the minus. Lord help me, the money look major. She only love things that are fun. And she looking fine, boy, I tell you. That's 2 doors with the ceiling gone. That's 5'4" with the silicone. I guess Mr. Right still choosing wrong. Cut color folks still can't swim, but Mike Phelps couldn't walk the water. Pastor said that we need Jesus. Big State was his alma mater. D my Lord, shouts to Alex, that's my brother. Shout indictment over Rucker. Look at Grace, I think I love her.
That's easy, boy. That's a layup. That's a freebie, boy. That's a layup. Don't dunk. That's a layup. That's easy, buckets. Easy, that's a layup. What time is it?
Game time.
What time is it?
Game time.
What time is it?
Game time.
Young boy, don't quit. One thing that you don't miss. That's a layup.
You should have taken the stairs, young fella.
You can't win them all, Marv.
I can't believe he blew it. Unbelievable. That's a ballgame here in New York.
You don't know what it's like to be alive until you've been living in the truth. Join me, Moonpie Man,
And Mr. Media,
on Mondays from 4 to 5 as we walk through the Word together.
let's do it, y'all.
church mother in a church hat clap. Man, that sugar gave her color purple coming back clap. When that whole week beat you up and stress you, but you hear that organ playing and remind you of your blessings. And on another note, she just hit another note. Chills down my spine, got me crying, make me overload. You don't know about it though. Old school church hymns, deacons get the humming, now the drummer finna burst in. Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Can you hear me now? Church close, sweater, you don't care, you just get it now. Testify how we made martyrs out of these fathers and rose up all of his daughters to glorify him with honor. Man, I swear Thomas Jones with her head did. Now it's flying everywhere, she don't care what her head did. She an egg, yeah, caught up in the egg, yeah. Probably why she clapping like Jesus just reappeared, yeah.
Give me that God Almighty, that good old gospel, that old school doctrine. Give me that truth for the body, ain't nothing new about it, but it's still one of
Church clap, let me hear the church clap. Church clap, let me hear the church clap. Church clap, let me hear the church clap. Yeah, let me hear the church clap. I wanna be the type of dude to get the Lord on his feet. I wanna do the type of shows that the Lord wanna see. What I mean, if I can make the whole church clap, it ain't a clap in the heavens, then that clap's just a clap, clap. For the Son glorified, sin mortified. The Holy Spirit going word that truth ain't watered down. It's sound doctrine, keeps birds in the coming out. Nothing wrong with singing loud, but that ain't where the power's on. The church has been clapping at weak sermons, leaving the weak hurt. No one's changed by Sunday service. We need discernment, check what you be affirming, cause the church can be full of members but empty in conversions. Preach the gospel and stand back, look for changed lives, not for hand claps. Love people well, oh they can't stand at the church, just the church with the words where we stand.
Give me that God Almighty, that good old gospel, that old school doctrine. Give me that truth for the body, ain't nothing new about it, but it's still one of
Church clap, let me hear the church clap. 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 Come on.
And we are back here
back.
live at CBC. So, RJ, give us a lowdown on what's going on here at CBC right now.
Well, right. I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad I asked too, because that's what that's what we're about. We're CBC Talk Sports, for heaven's sake. Come on.
So let's get into a little bit of sports, and this is a new one for the show. The men's outdoor track and field team. We're gonna start with them. February 29th, 2020, opening the 2020 season with high expectations. Central Baptist College track and field team competed for the first time today at the Southern Arkansas University Mural Rider Relays. CBC won 4 events and had one other finish in the top 3. One of the standouts, well, the main standout really in the men's outdoor and track and field team was Cody McKnight, senior out of Greenbrier, Arkansas.
Oh, Cody.
Victorious on the men's side, winning both the 200 and 400 meter races. McKnight ran a time of 22.19 in the 200 to beat his closest competitor by 0.14 seconds, and ran 49.13 in the 400 to beat his closest competitor by over 4 seconds in that event. And that's a lot compared
this
to a
dude,
track.
I just
race.
want to realize this. This dude's a hoss. So like, he has set records. You know, we didn't really have a track team before for this last year, and this boy has set records, guys. This guy's a hoss.
Yeah,
Just
Cody
straight up.
McKnight is definitely an athlete and stands out amongst the track and field team.
For sure.
Getting into the other person that helped out on the team, Cody Duffy, senior out of Corinth, Texas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Was able to capture a top 3 finish, placing 3rd in the 100-meter race with a time of 11.5. And getting to the women's side, Allie Swain was won 2 times, capturing both the 100 and 400 meter hurdles. In the 100, Swain ran a time of 15.96 to be her closest competitor by 0.09, so that was a close one. And then her second win came in the 400, and the time was, what is that? Is that a minute? A minute and 15?
Yeah.
A minute and 15.02.
Yeah, 0.02,
Imagine
yeah.
him running for an hour.
Like I've ran for an hour, and let's just say it's not fun. Like I did my one time I ran at Chili Pepper, which is a big race up in Fayetteville, and it was treacherous.
Ooh,
Let's
slight
say-
flex.
Yeah, it was horrible because it was like we did a 10K, which I always thought we were doing an 8K, which 8Ks, it takes me about, I'm not the fastest dude out there, so it takes me about 45 minutes. But we went out there and I cannot make this junk up. It was horrible. It took me like it was horrible. It was just, let's just say it was not fun.
Our running doesn't seem fun like at all. But she won that race 8 seconds faster than the closest finisher. So that wasn't even the contest in her second
Yeah,
one.
she's absolutely
yeah.
she wipes out everyone really. She's always been an athlete in high school as well. I went to high school with her. She's absolutely just phenomenal athlete. So
And with this team, they have a week off before returning to the track next weekend at Hendricks for the Hendricks Alumni Relays for coverage. And they'll be covering the second season of track and field. So it seems like they did pretty good at
Yeah,
the event.
for
And
sure.
and it's always good to hear standouts because that means they did well. Because
yes,
with no standouts, that means you didn't do well.
no, exactly. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
again, track and field is a team sport. And it's all determined by pointage. So like if you don't have a good team and if you don't have a good team, that's not a big deal. If you just need to get points. So obviously we want to get points, but here we are obviously like dominating in that area. We're not not too shabby in that area. So
And getting into the softball baseball team,
they
also
were killing it.
yes, they was definitely they was killing a lot of teams.
Yeah, listen, I was looking at the games, the scores the other day. And I was like, dang guys, you're just killing it.
And we'll also be talking about the AMC honors. So the man and the lady, I think there's one for each team that got an AMC honor, which is pretty special. In Kansas City, Missouri, March 4th, 2020. Off to an 11-2 start to the season, Central Baptist College softball team was ranked in the first NAIA coaches poll of the season, so that's something to be proud of. And the Mustangs earned a ranking of 16th, their highest placement since 2013. So this baseball team is off to a hot start.
Yeah, they're just killing it. They're I was looking at their stats and I was looking at it and I was like, man, they are just absolutely just blowing everyone out of the wire. Their stats for this year is like I usually hear about. They have a pretty good win-lose streak, but this time they're pretty well on top of their statistically of win-losing. So
Yeah, and then the softball team. Well, that's crazy. I just mixed up the stats between the baseball and softball team.
did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well then disregard everything RJ just said. It was backwards.
All
and-
those stats was for the so the softball team is 11-2.
Yeah, I was about to say because I thought
16th and
yeah.
the highest placement since 2013.
I was thinking. I thought it was the other way around. I
Yeah,
thought
so-
it was because the guys are doing a lot better. Like
yeah, so
a
don't
lot
listen
better.
to me. I mean, this podcast is not about facts. It's about just
Opinions.
just random
Opinions.
numbers out there. No, I'm
That's
just joking.
false. That's 100%
I'm just
false.
joking. But so that was for the softball team, and that's still a big accomplishment for them as their highest placement since 2013, as I keep saying, because that's a pretty long time ago, if I'm
Yes.
being honest. The softball team won their doubleheader over the weekend against Cotty, and the 11-2 start is the best under Coach Jordan Jones. So that coach is
Yes,
doing
Coach
a
Jones.
phenomenal
Yeah,
job.
Coach Jones is a great
coaching
coach.
the softball team. The last time the CBC was ranked inside the top 20 nationally was 19th in the first regular season poll of 2013. So it always comes back to 2013. So that's how you
Yes.
know it's a legendary season this year. For the first time in their season and third time in her illustrious career, Central Baptist
Illustrious
College
career.
softball player Allison Seats, Jr. out of Jacksonville, Arkansas, was named the American Midwest Conference Player of the Week. The AMC office announced this is the first time a softball player for the Mustangs has been recognized for this season. So there's only more to come as the season's just getting started. Seats went 5-8 in a doubleheader sweep of Cotty College. Seats had a pair of doubles, a home run, an RBI, and scored 3 times in the sweep to help the softball team improve to 11-2 on the season. So she,
11-2-2.
yeah, they're 11-2 on the season.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, sorry, yeah, I got you. I was like, okay, so 11 wins to 2 losses.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So Allison Cease was
just yeah.
the standout, to say the least, on the softball team. Moving on to baseball, so actually getting to baseball now. Stepping out of the American Midwest Conference to play for a midweek game against at the Tyson Complex Center against Ecclesia.
Ecclesia. I could never pronounce that.
Ecclesia.
Ecclesia. We're just gonna go Ecclesia College because like it looks it's a weird name. I don't even know. It's up in Missouri, so
It's a weird name.
Missouri. It's Missouri, guys. It's pretty weird up there,
Yeah, in a doubleheader their afternoon, the baseball team, 18-3, continued their hot start to the season, pounding out 21 runs on 19 hits in a doubleheader sweep of the Royals, who are 7-14. So they handled them accordingly by the score of 13-7 and 8-2. Fernando Escapida, I think.
Escapida. Yeah, I think that's what I think we did. I think we.
I think I messed up on that last show too.
I think we're just gonna go and say your name is just go first
We're just
name.
gonna make up some names.
First name basis.
But Junior out of Las Cruces, Nevada. Did you say that was
Las Cruces, Nevada, New Mexico.
New Mexico. It was in M. In M. I don't.
New Mexico.
Okay.
New Mexico.
Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Dylan Bond, senior out of B Branch, Arkansas, got the starts for the CBC doubleheader. The Mustangs hit a combined 5 home runs, including 4 in the first game. So they came out swinging.
Swinging. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
So
They
game one.
weren't even gonna let anybody come in there and take their win.
Game 1, they won 13-7. And game 2, they won 8-2. So they did not let their foot up off the gas as they won both games pretty convincingly. And up next for the baseball team, they're on the road in AMC playing this weekend, heading to Fulton, Missouri for a 3-game series with William Woods. The series begins Friday at noon. Central Baptist baseball pitcher Will Hodges, senior out of Savannah, Georgia, was named the American Midwest Conference Pitcher of the Week for this week. The AMC offense announced this is the second highest. This is the second award for Hodges this season, as he was Player of the Week earlier. So he's just racking up the AMC awards.
He's literally just showing off. Is really again, if you had the skill to show off, would you show off? I would show off. To be honest, I would show off because if I'm that skilled, I would make sure everyone knows that I am I'm elite. So,
Well, he's making the most of his talent, and
yes, sir.
the game is rewarding him with these accolades. So the Hodges and the Mustangs are back in action this weekend, and so you can watch that if you want to. Moving on to basketball, the men's and women's basketball team. Starting with the women's team, now we're starting to get more into tournament play
Yes.
and everything. But starting with the women's basketball team, they hosted. I can't even say that. That's crazy. What's up with these college names?
I don't know. Like, there's some weird college name out
They
there.
all
Like,
start with an E.
why? I don't understand. Like,
It's
yeah,
under women's basketball.
Yeah, it's weird. It's I don't even want to try, to be honest. I'm not even gonna, because I know I'm gonna butcher it.
You know what's crazy?
What?
It's
crazy.
I don't even think that's the right sheet I gave you. I think you're looking at.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at the wrong sheet. But anyways,
At least you was able to help me out with the names. But getting into the 7th seed, they're trying to get the 7th seed in the American Midwest tournament. And they play college pharmacy, basically. I'm not gonna talk about the first
we
name.
don't even want to talk.
Yeah.
Don't even listen. I'm just to say it was a sad. It was not a good day. I was there watching it. I got upset because
It was at home too.
you want to guess? Actually, their rebounding and it actually was not bad compared to their rebounding was actually not the killer here.
That's usually the main reason for
It wasn't I think it may have been a factor, but I think the biggest factor here was their pace was really slow at the beginning. They let the pharmacy just take them up right off the back. Again,
Seemed
actually
like the
seeing that
game
way.
kind of came closer towards the end. It was 82-76.
Yes, it was a lot closer to the end, but it was still
It wasn't
it wasn't
in
like
reach.
it wasn't in reach because they were it was not a good. I was just kind of
Well, getting into some of the players that helped out the Mustangs, even though they fell to the opponent, Westerman finished with Corey Westerman, senior out of Greenbrier, Arkansas, finished with a career high 26 points. So she ended the regular season on a bang and just barely missed a double-double with 9 rebounds.
Yes,
And
so she was killing it.
That's
again.
tough to only miss a double-double by 1. But Sierra Carriam had 12 in her final home game. Senior out of Eugene, Oregon. Holly Allen, junior out of Cabot, Arkansas, scored 10 and led the team with 4 assists. CBC actually out-rebounded them by 38
Yes,
to
that's
34.
what I was kind of actually surprised about the rebounding because I remember looking at that and they the rebounding wise was actually not bad at all.
It was the
So
free throws.
it was the free throws that killed them. It was
18
so
18 for 34 from the free throw line, and
It-
that will kill any team.
and then you got to look at the how many threes they made. The other team made the other team made like oh my word a load of threes, load of threes.
They had. You're right, because they had a player.
They had a player I swear she was a sharpshooter. Literally, all she did was just sit in the back and just chill, and then they passed her the ball, and she just sharpshooted it straight in. And
Usually I don't name the opponent players, but Grace Bayer finished with a triple-double, 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's amazing. Like,
That's
if I would have
crazy.
saw that would have been something to see, because you don't see that too often.
No.
And they had another player add 26 points on 8 3-pointers. So, pointing to what you were saying, that really shows up in the box score.
Mhm.
But the Lady Mustangs, they dropped that game, so they're the 8th seed with a loss, and they faced Lyon in the AMC quarterfinals. I'm not sure if they lost or not. We'll be able to look that up later. But getting into the men's basketball team, losing is something they haven't been doing as of recently.
Listen, if they lose, I'm gonna be so upset because they have gone on like. I was watching some videos of the last game because they're playing in the first game and the first because they're a first seed pick. It was great, and I was watching it. And I saw at the very end like the student section started getting the keys out. We had like a minute left, which was like they could come back, but they were so confident. And it was so cool to see just like the confidence and just the school rallying around the guys basketball team. It was really awesome to watch.
And they actually made history going undefeated in the regular season at home, which is
Yes.
something to be
We were
proud
there
of.
for that one, so
We were? This was the last home game.
maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, we was. But getting into the game, the 7 seniors, Tyrone Alston, senior out of Carruthersville, Missouri. Wait, was we at the game?
I'm pretty sure we're at the game because I remember.
That's crazy. I don't even remember.
I
being
remember.
there.
I remember. Sean, the great announcer, the man, the myth, the legend. Over there announcing it up, and I was like, no, yeah, we're like, yeah.
Huh. Tyrone Alston, senior out of Carruthersville, Missouri. Quentin Roberts, senior out of Baton Rouge. Latron Thomas, senior out of East State Louis. Darius Williams, senior out of Lexington, Kentucky.
Let me help you out there, buddy.
Yeah, we gotta move the mic a little bit.
There we go, bud. That help you out there?
Yeah, that definitely. And then getting it. So, I actually lost my place. Hold on.
Sorry,
No, it's fine.
that's all my bad. Oh my gosh.
This win helped CBC make history, as I just said, finishing the regular season 13-0, clinching the number 1 seed in the AMC tournament, which we're going to get into in just a second, which we may just get into now since Elliot was saying we was at that game. I don't remember being at that game.
Was this the one that this is the one they played not last night but the other night, right?
This is when they played Thursday. And then we're going to get into the game they're about to play.
We weren't there for that's Thursday because today's Thursday.
No, they played this game. Well, they play the game I'm about to talk about. They've already played that one.
Yes.
So this is the game before that one.
So we were there for that one because yes, we were there for that one. Yes, that was a Friday. I'm pretty sure.
That's crazy. I don't even remember.
Wow, RJ, get your stuff together. Come on.
But getting into the first game of the tournament, which actually matters, putting the perfect record at Redden Fieldhouse on the line. They played the Spartans of Missouri Baptist. CBC, 21 wins, 8 losses, never trailed, leading by 5 at halftime and crushing and cruising to a 98-83 win to advance to the semifinals and end NBU's season at 15-14, so barely under 500. Getting into some of the standouts for the team, Tedrick Wolf Jr. out of
obviously.
Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Am I surprised?
No, I'm not
at all.
surprised.
Not at all.
Paced the Mustangs in scoring. You know, he really shows out at home.
He does. I don't know. I've never been to one of his away games, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's a little bit more like, kind of laid back in the home games. I mean, the away games. You think? I just got a feeling that he's more kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's not the same.
Is it not? Okay.
On the road.
Okay.
But I mean, if you have home advantage, it doesn't matter. So
No, it doesn't. No. Yeah.
taking care of the home business in the tournament, he scored 22 points and also led in 9 rebounds. And Darius Williams, senior out of Lexington, Kentucky, added 21 points. Jordan Parker, junior out of Lafayette, Louisiana, had 16. And Darius Poley, senior out of Amarillo, Texas, chipped in with 15 points and handed out 7 assists. CBC shot 59% from the field for the game and shot 77%, 27 for 35 at the free throw line, while out-rebounding the Spartans 40-30. So this was just a dominating game
Yes.
all around.
Yes.
And then next up for the basketball team, an American Midwest Conference semifinal matchup with the Cougars of Columbia and College, which will actually be there for this one, I think.
Yeah. We may be there. I don't know yet. It's really gonna depend.
It's up in the air.
It's up in the air.
It's
but
if we feel like it. Not just joke. But it's tip off is next Friday at 7 p.m. And
it's
this is
tomorrow.
pretty-
It's tomorrow. This Friday.
Is this Friday?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
He's been gone for a
Oh
week.
my
I guess
God.
he's been gone
I
for a week.
swear. Like usually, that's crazy. So it's tomorrow.
It's flying. Yeah, it's flying by, bro. It's
So
coming.
they're not playing with this tournament. They're trying to get it over with.
They're already they've already played the first game in the tournament.
Like this is
in
the
AMC,
semifinals.
yeah.
They win this, then the championship is coming through the Red and Field House.
I think so.
So
Yeah, I think
that's-
so. That
that's-
would be absolutely crazy. That would be crazy.
This team's talented enough to win the whole tournament. With Park, that's the only team I'm worried about. I was talking to some of the players, and they had other teams that they was worried about, but those teams don't really matter in my opinion. And with them, it's just gonna be a matter of pulling out each quarter with the rebounding total, because the turnovers are gonna happen. Because it's playoffs, jitters, and everything, semifinals.
It's
The rebounding
yeah.
battle in the playoffs is more important than ever. Like I don't know if you watched the game against Arkansas and Kentucky, like one of the most legendary games ever in the Bud Walton Arena, with I think Bobby Portis and Michael Qualls, and Arkansas shot a shot, and they was down 2. They was down 1. Shot a shot to win the game. Missed it, but Kentucky didn't rebound, so Michael Qualls got the rebound, put it back up to win the game.
Yep.
And that was a very important game. And rebounding statistics go up in importance way more in the playoffs than they do in the regular season. So that's gonna be the biggest factor in winning this semifinal game tomorrow, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna. Now that I've gotten through the CBC sports news, we're gonna get into the Astros cheating when we come back, because that's probably one of the biggest scandals baseball has ever had. Like, just being honest, there's a lot of individual players cheating that made the game. I never played, so I would say it made the game fun to watch, because I don't really like watching baseball. But when Barry Bonds and them, they said it was probably one of the best times to watch baseball, because they were just hitting home runs left and right, even though they was cheating, and they eventually cleaned it up.
So okay, before we go into break, I got a big important question. Could you tell that they're cheating?
So
Could you tell?
when we get into it, I don't really watch baseball, but from the clips that I watched or seen of them being accused of cheating, it was kind of obvious the way that because there would be a person with a wire, and they will be listening to somebody call out the pitch that the pitcher was going to throw.
Oh, that's
So they will be
fun.
listening to the guy. He'll be like ways away in the stands, like
So it's that kind of cheating.
yeah,
Okay.
like the
Yeah.
New England Patriots type Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
Well, guys.
but they actually got caught.
Yeah. Good job. Well, we'll see you guys back. We're gonna hit some Hammer Time. Okay. This is gonna be by Lecrae, and then we're gonna hit some Chainsaw by Family Force 5, and we'll see you guys back here in a second.
Yeah, young Metro, don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hey, hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hey, bedtime, I ain't never had a bedtime. Headline, boy, you looking at a headline. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hey, hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, watch me kill the scene, fed time. Fed time, we gon' steal the scene, fed time. I say, MC Hammer. Out the slammer, I'm set free for real. Feel my town riding through Atlanta. Jesus took the wheel. I can't keep the truth inside of me, I gotta squeal. Suffolk trust and God just cut the world's a dollar bill. Oh man, he gon' tuck back down and seal the deal. Y'all playing. Sorry, I can't understand the word that y'all saying. Big boss moves, never heard of small plans. I just want some acres, I come from a small land. Not for real, itty bitty. Used to be down bad, boy. Now I'm up like Diddy. Got a new wave, and we surfing through the city. Crazy walking with me, shining bright. We got it lit it like sheesh. Out the dog pound, we done made it off the leash. Making sure the people comprehend like a peach. Young Georgia boy coming straight up out the east. Grinding 'cause my family got a feast. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, I ain't never had a bedtime. Headline, boy, you looking at a headline. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, watch me kill the scene, fed time. Fed time, we gon' steal the scene, fed time.
Now tell me who you fooling? Saw you coolin', flexing with the jeweler. What you doing? You don't measure up, I met the ruler. Closet full of chains, boy, you never been a shooter. I don't need a chain just to prove it, boy, I'm moving. Where you moving out your mama house, off your mama couch. If we living what we talk about, you don't talk a lot. Sambo, rented Lambo, you can say that. Took my money, built the studio, and took the range back. H-Town to Atlanta, country, Bama, MC Hammer. Boy, we too legit to quit, I die, resurrect my yana. Put a nail up in your coffin, my hammer awesome. I ain't worried about no problems, the Lord I call on. My God, everybody eating if you part of my squad. And they know I'm working, boy, I stay on my job. You know, got my standard, he the answer. I ain't perfect, I'm just purchased out here working with the hammer like.
Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, I ain't never had a bedtime. Headline, boy, you looking at a headline. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Hammer time, they can't touch me, hammer time. Bedtime, watch me kill the scene, fed time. Fed time, we gon' steal the scene, fed time.
Hi, Mom. Is Claire's birthday party today? Me again, Mom. Where did I put my history book? Hi. Sorry, forgot one last thing. Sometimes it's hard to concentrate. At school, I start looking out the window, and then I forget what I was supposed to be thinking about. I know it seems like I don't care, but I do. It's just difficult for me. Love you, Mom. Bye.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive. Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
Yeah, they like the way I do this. When I crank it like a chainsaw. Yeah, they like the way I do this. When I crank it like a chainsaw. Full throttle, heavy metal, set the bar, next level. Wasteland, getting all janky, so glow. Chainsaw. Let it go with them elbows back. It's smoking just like this track. Shirt is soaking from all this sweat. Catch my breath. Chainsaw. Now hear me roar. I'm an apex predator. From the sycamores, let's get Skeletor. Yeah. Watch it learn. Get that thing cranking, yeah, slash, burn. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a Fresh flannel shirt, country bumpkin, lumberjack your moves, aka Paul Bunyan. Run, yan. I make it right, I make it right, I make it right, run.
Chainsaw.
Drop it, drop it down low. Chop it, here we go. Teeth so sharp that they call them jaws. I'm your boss, baby, crack it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back. Came down, headhunter. Cyberpunk, yeah, I'm a blade runner. Turned up, automatic, full tank, you ain't gotta think about it.
Chainsaw, yank it, crank it, swing it, then you put it inside whatever you ride. Turn it all the way up and then you bang it. Top the block, no kintsu. Wilderness, but I'm chivalrous. From Texas, but no massacre. Unless it's a beat, we killing it. Chopping down trees, N2C, watch some things fall. Bows to my knees, that mean I crank it like a chainsaw. Do it to these trees, I'll see these flames, y'all. Burn them up to burn them down, now let me see you.
Chainsaw.
Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back.
Chainsaw. 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 Chainsaw.
And we're back. I think we're back.
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
Getting into the Astros. They cheated.
Oh, the Cheatums.
Yeah, they cheated
Listen,
pretty bad.
you know what? There's a saying going around: if you cheating, you ain't trying. But in this case, they cheated so hard, they got caught. You know, you got to be smart when you cheat. But no, I'm joking. I'm totally joking. Don't cheat. Cheating's for losers.
Yeah, cheating's terrible.
Cheese. For
Unless you're the
losers.
Patriots, and then cheating's
Boom.
okay.
That was like a shot, bro. That's pretty.
I mean, the Patriots got caught like 2 or 3 times at least. So,
Yeah, so-
it's pretty. They don't do anything about it. So this doesn't surprise me as like the Astros Major League Baseball is the biggest baseball league in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Astros to win, so let's start from the beginning, the very beginning. This all started when the Houston Astros were caught viewing live video footage from the center field camera to decode opposing teams' signs during the 2017-2018 season.
You know, why do you gotta be so low?
Yeah, it's just like I don't understand how, like, the Patriots, they get caught, but they just let them slide. With the Astros, they were just so blatant with it that they
were very. They probably may have been trying to be secretive with it, but it's very obvious that they did a cruddy job at trying to keep it.
Because baseball is known for having cheaters. I mean, every sport has cheaters, but like baseball is like known. Like Barry Bonds, which we're gonna get into a second. Alex Rodriguez, like they're known for having famous players cheating, but this is not just based off of whim. They decided to accuse him of cheating. According to a 9-page investigation report issued by the league, the Astros players and coaches signaled to hitters what pitch was coming next by either pounding on a trash can to indicate a curveball or doing nothing to indicate a fastball.
Wow.
They was really like intricate with this.
I know that's very intricate, but I think that's still that's really sloppy though. I think that's kind of sloppy because if you think about it, like if anybody with a brain, half a brain would realize that that's what's going on. Anybody with half a brain, to be honest, like I could realize that there's a pattern there going on, and it's it's very obvious. It's very obvious what's going on there, and like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I just knocked you out of this.
Yeah, I was gonna turn it a little bit.
Man, you just RJ just didn't want to get in the picture. Is what's going on up on YouTube. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was just trying to look at myself. No, I'm just joking.
Okay.
But both the manager AJ Hitch and general manager Jeff Lanau, which is a pretty cool name. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of the coolest last names. Lanau, like.
Lanau.
Yeah, like
right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Like Lanau, like that's my last name.
Lanau.
Yeah, but like, nah, my last name's Lanau. But obviously, he's not the general manager right now. So
obviously not.
Yeah.
He's probably just on that. He's just on his scandal life. Just
yeah,
chilling.
because he was suspended for a year, but then subsequently fired by the Astros shortly afterward. The team was fined the maximum $5 million penalty allowed under the MLB Constitution, in addition to losing their first and second round draft picks for the next 2 years. So $5 million to me doesn't seem a lot to a team, but it was the maximum they can give out for the violation that they had. So, like the NBA, I don't even know if there's rules to how they fine certain players. Because let's say, like Marcus Smart is probably the most recent this has happened, but he got into an altercation and the NBA fined him like $35,000.
Holy mess!
And that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
And so when you're finding a player $35,000, and keep in mind players have been fined more, like with Ron Artest.
But still, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like a lot of money.
Yeah, and for the Astros to get only fined $5 million, I guess it was being within the rules, but that's probably why they call the NBA the most progressive league in the world. But getting back to the Astros cheating, other players from around the league took to social media to voice their opinions. Dodgers outfielder Cody Bellinger, whose team lost to the Astros in the 2017 World Series. How would you feel if a team beat you, keep in mind, close, like it wasn't a blowout, it was close, and then you find out they cheated?
I would be absolutely PO'd. Like,
imagine if they didn't cheat. Like, it wouldn't have been, not saying it wouldn't have been a contest, but they wouldn't have just been in the game,
Yeah.
So he tweeted out, "For the sake of the game, I hope this isn't true. If true, there needs to be major consequences to the players that completely ruins the integrity, because that completely ruins the integrity of the game." So Yankees pitcher Fear Hughes also tweeted, "I'd like my career numbers against Altuve, Springer, and Correa erased from the record book. Seriously, though, it's bad. Can they do that?" So obviously, if that happened to me, I would be mad too. Finding out if an opponent cheated. If they get caught, because sometimes people cheat and then get away with it. But obviously the Astros were caught, and a lot of players weren't happy in the league, weren't happy about what happened. And because they still have as of right now, they still have the World Series 2017 title.
Yes.
So I don't know how if they would go there and take it away. But it just
I don't know. That would be because, like, again, it's already happened. Like, they, I guess it's on them that they weren't vigilant enough to realize it. But at the same time, they still cheated. We really can't do anything about what's already happened. But we can shame them and have that, I guess not say resentment, but resentment towards that their actions.
And people are pointing out players for the Astros who were involved in it. The home team was involved. But the main people who benefited from this was Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman, who they say wore devices that buzzed as part of the sign-stealing plot. They said, looking back at when Altuve hit his walk-off home run in Game 6 of the 2019 ALCS, he met his teammates at home plate, clutching his jersey and pleading them not to tear it off. So, it's not like he was trying to hide anything, Maybe he was just trying to keep his jersey on, That's...
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, mm-hmm.
Maybe
sure.
Maybe he just didn't want to show off the belly that he may have had, Maybe...
Oh,
maybe he was out of shape,
Or maybe he was trying to keep the ladies from stumbling, Like,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with him having a wire under it, at all.
Yeah.
It was probably just, probably self-conscious about his appearance, his body shape. But anyways, players were spared from disciplinary action because the league stated that punishing individual players would be, quote, difficult and impractical.
How would it be difficult and impractical?
Because they don't know who did it.
Well, again, like if they unless you know who it is, that's what. Yeah, but
I mean, the team was literally like caught cheating. Everybody should be. I don't care.
I think everyone should be. Yeah, because again, you've signed yourself up for this kind of my idea. You put yourself in this place, so
like they knew. Like if it was that many people involved, they knew what was going on. Like you can't hide that many people. Like the manager and the players and somebody on the side giving you signs by tapping a trash can. Like everybody kind of must have known.
You can't. Yeah, for sure.
Like even if you was the ball boy for them, you would have known. But
it's again, you got to think about this. If I was over there and just like watching it from the outside, like you have to be stupid. No offense if anybody didn't realize, but like if I was watching this, which I didn't watch it, but if you were looking at this, you would be able to realize that there's a pattern here. What's going on? There's a pattern. Okay, he's not throwing a fastball, so the guy's not hitting a trash can. Okay, whoa, he's hitting trash can again. He's in trash can. That means there's gonna be a fastball. Like there's a pattern that you're obviously gonna be able to realize.
And the players took this into their own hands. As right now the preseason's going on, the season's about to start. I don't know if it started already, but it's about to start. But specifically talking about the preseason, pitchers for the opposing teams playing the Astros were intentionally trying to throw it either close to the batters or trying to hit them. And I don't know if you ever played or just had a ball thrown at you that barely missed your head by 100 miles, going at 100 miles per hour. But it's not
It's. I'm just gonna let you know. I've been hit in the face with a ball, and it's not fun. It does not feel good either.
Because in baseball, hitting a baseball is probably the hardest skill to learn in all of sports.
You want some statistics here? Ready for these statistics?
What?
You ready, RJ? Listen. So. Okay, I'm going to use some big words here for everyone that's listening. So the likelihood...
Get your dictionary out.
Yeah, get your dictionary out, guys. The likelihood of anybody at all, using a cylindrical rod, which is a cylinder, right, and hitting a spherical ball, absolutely just hitting it and just at the exact point, is you're most likely to get struck by lightning twice before that happens. And that in itself is crazy because look at their batting average, like... Some of them are like, it's like 50% is really good. Just it's really good. So the likelihood, you just got to think about the likelihood of that happening. But again, that's just all theoretical. If you're having a perfectly cylindrical bat and a perfectly a spherical ball hitting it, then yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's just interesting.
Hitting a baseball is probably one of the most underrated things in baseball.
I think it
like people always joke about them standing around eating sunflower seeds, which I do too because it's pretty funny how they stand around.
They eat sunflower seeds.
Yeah, have like 2 minutes of action. But when you're up on the plate and trying to hit a baseball coming at you at least 80 to 90 miles per hour, that's difficult in itself.
Yeah.
So for them to be actually intentionally trying to hit the Astros players is kind of a step too far.
You got to take because, I know you can direct the ball towards a direction, and that is not. It's not hard, but you got to be able to hit the ball first, and then you got to be able to have enough precision to go actually hit it towards the player. But in of itself, all that in itself is just like that's extra. That's a little much. That's a little much there, bud.
So they said the league, the way that they would handle them not getting hit with 190 mile per hour fastballs is that they'll try to protect them some more, and by actually ejecting them instead of giving them warnings if they hit them with the ball. But they haven't put that in place yet, but that was just a suggestion. So we'll see if that comes to be true.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will, but
I don't know because again, you could sometimes you could tell if they're actually meaning to, but a lot of times you really can't. Sometimes there's mistakes that are, just like...
That's the tricky part. You don't, somebody could actually say they didn't mean to hit them and dead on try to hit them in the face. with a 100-mile fastball.
That that would just I don't know. That just
I don't even
suck.
want to see what that looks like if they connect.
No,
So
that
hopefully,
that would look horrible.
yeah. I mean, they shouldn't have cheated, but at the same, so they kind of brought this on themselves. But at the same time, whenever you take justice into your own hands, there's always a possibility of you going too far.
Yes, for sure.
And I like what Stephen A. said one time. He said just after the game, don't shake their hands, or when a batter comes up to the plate and the arena is booing, just hold the ball and let them boo.
Yeah, really.
And shame them for cheating.
You really can't do anything past that. It's like
if Major League Baseball is not going to go and take away the 2017 World Series championship, then you got to take matters into your own hands without physical violence.
exactly. Like and again, that you have to realize. I think the hardest thing for people to realize is that sometimes you really can't do anything about it. You just got to go take it and go roll with the blows.
Yeah, and these people get paid off of wins, which I don't know everybody's specific contract, but I know teams they receive boosts for going far into the tournament. So that messes with people's livelihood and money, and winning World Series could help out with your endorsements, your brand.
Exactly.
And for the Astros to cheat, to take that all the way, it's one of those instances where it needs to be pointed out even if you don't watch or play the game of baseball like myself, because that's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen. Reminds me of the Black Sox scandal in 1919. And this was just famous because 8 players from the Chicago White Sox, nicknamed the Black Sox, they were accused of throwing the series against the Cincinnati Reds.
Why would you throw a game?
Well, let me tell you. If you bet on the game, right?
True. Okay,
Let's say
I see what
I
you're
want
saying.
you to bet this much, because they can't bet themselves, I don't think.
Yeah.
Back then, I don't even think they even allowed that, because now they don't allow that. But players can't bet on their games, but they could have had somebody put money into the game and just threw it. And they got 50% or 40% of that cut.
Yeah. Well, that's actually not a bad deal at all, but still.
People still do that today. It's just they just hide it better.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how that works out, because did I already say baseball is known for cheating?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I want to drive that point home, because baseball needs to get it together. Astros cheating like that doesn't need to be happening in the Major League Baseball, and the way you combat that is taking away the 2017 World Series championship. Just take it away. But yeah, but let me know, is the Astros situation the worst cheating scandal in MLB history? And what are some suggestions you have to improve this podcast, either directly to my email, which you can find in the description box below, or just in person when you see me around campus? And you have anything else left to say before we wrap up?
Guys, I just want you guys to let you know that this is one of RJ's first years of doing this, and he is killing it, guys. I just want to give everyone I want to recognize RJ real quick. RJ's killing this radio gig, and just give him applause, guys. He's doing great, guys.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
But guys, that's really we have this game coming up, so just be on the lookout for the CBC Mustangs, as they're going to be playing in the upcoming games, and that's just that is just a big deal in itself, really. So just get excited, get psyched, guys, get psyched. So.
Because it's a big game. Definitely.
It is a big game. So
yeah, that's all.
That's all we got, guys.
Episode 6 of CBC Talk Sports. Thanks for listening. I hope you tune in again next week, same day, same time. For those of you that want to catch the live video, we do this show every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And with that, I've been your host, RJ Johnson, with my co-host, Elliot. See you next episode on CBC
We're out.
Talk Sports.
Okay, guys, you guys are on Listening Up on YouTube. Guys, it's been great.
Thanks for watching on
Thanks
YouTube.
for watching. Again, there's some likes, some comments. Just, give us some stuff that you want us to do to make the show better.
Hey, see, I was about to say that. We got it. We got it down pat.
Yeah, like I've RJ says the same stuff over and over again. I'm like,
you got to beat it in the head. That's one of the things I learned from the top YouTubers. You got to make sure they like, comment, and subscribe. You say that at
and
least.
Turn that bell on.
You say that. I don't say the bell too often. I should start saying that. But you say it at least 3 times to put it in the heads. I should really do that.
Yep. Okay. Well, we'll talk to you guys later, and it's been real. We'll see y'all.
Peace.